Morning, guys. Good to see you. How nice, such a treat to be here today. The sun's shining. It's literally the perfect weather for me to put WONDERSKIN to the test and show you how gorgeous it is in this kind of heat, because I think a lot of you will agree, like when it comes to summer, you just want to wear a little bit less makeup. And the idea of a long-wearing makeup that is just a veil on the skin, something that's so transparent, so lightweight, and so easy to apply, you couldn't ask for more, really. So I'm going to tell you, so my story, my journey with WONDERSKIN so far. So I was introduced to the brand just a few months ago because I kept seeing, and I'm sure you all have as well, if you can't really go onto TikTok or onto social media without seeing people with blue lips that transform into this beautiful stain. You're like, wait a minute. It's definitely a trust the process. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to trust the process. All of a sudden, these blue metallic lips were wiped off to reveal like an amazing peach or a full-on red or something that's really transparent, really lightweight, super wearable. So when I first got my hands on WONDERSKIN, I was like, okay, so what does that mean for me as a makeup artist when I'm working with my clients? But also, what does that mean when, you know, I'm handing out the products to my friends? How will they wear it? And so I always like to kind of deep dive into the product and give it a little bit of a flex. Yes, of course, you can use it to create the most beautiful lip stain, super long wearing. You can wear it underneath your own lipstick if you want something that's going to last all night, all day, whatever. Or you can start to play with it. And I like to just get experimental. So with Katie today, we've got a little bit of prep going on. So far we have actually one of the most beautiful lip preps, the lip serum, this one, which has triple the standard amount of shea butter in it. Now this is a really great way when you're prepping like your lips before you use the WONDERSKIN lip mask. And Katie commented literally just how cushiony and how amazing this felt. So some key things when it comes to applying your WONDERSKIN lip mask. Make sure that you've really prepped your lips. Just make sure that they're fully hydrated, full of moisture. So that's why I like to sit with the lip mask when I'm working on a client. This is the first thing I do. I pop on the lip mask. So I'll give it a few minutes just to settle in. So after that, what I'm going to do is just take a little micellar water, take that off. And then we're going to go into the second prep step, which is our lip scrub exfoliator. So after the lip mask, I'm using the lip scrub, which is super handy. Little twist up lip scrub. It has sugar in it. Yeah. It smells amazing. So I did my lips with this lip scrub last night as well. And it's so edible. I was like, can I just... Sugar and shea butter, like super natural. And correct me, I feel everything's vegan, cruelty-free.
Everything's vegan, yes.
And so after you've done your beautiful lip mask, just to make sure that everything's nice and polished, you can go into your lip scrub. Katie will probably agree that that is kind of delicious.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So of course we don't want anything to kind of get in the way of our gorgeous lip stain. So this just helps to take away any little dry areas of skin, you know, any chapped areas of skin. And that, after me babe, is our lips prepped. I call this like the WONDERSKIN lip lift. So what I like to do is take a little bit of the whimsical. And now Katie's lips are fully prepped. What I'm going to do is just going to slightly overline the top of her lip using the product. A little bit fuller on the top here. And then I'm also going to take it underneath the lower lip as well. Same product that you guys are using. Just to feather it out a little bit. And I'm just going to leave it for 15-20 seconds. Just let it do its thing. So why I'm doing this, I like to give that lip the natural push-up as well. You know, instead of having like a heavy liner all over, I like to just give the lip that invisible lift. And that's why I call it the lip lift. Because if you do just slightly overline the top of your lip, you're getting all of that volume through the center. And this, you could go back in with your lip mask. You know, that original gloss that I applied? Pop that all over, and then you've got just a beautiful lifted lip that, again, is super transparent. And I love when it just blurs the top of that lip line there, so you get all of that lift. Where's my gloss? It's just like that lip cheat. And again, when you gloss over the top, I love how it just melts into Katie's natural lip color. So it's the idea of that plumped up, stained lip. Turn to me a second, gorgeous. Just, I love how versatile it is. So you don't have to line the entire mouth. Just that little cheat of a lift and a push. This looks really gorgeous on you, actually. I need to get you a mirror so you can see. So that's one little treat that you can do. If you don't want to wear the full colour all over, try the lip lift. So So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to go back in with Whimsical and just give you a bit more of a full colour moment with it, really. So the wand is really easy to apply, easy to use when you're applying on yourself. But sometimes, you know, as a makeup artist, I do like to just grab my lip brush and just get that precision from it as well. So this is catered with Whimsical all over, so you can see it just as a full blush colour as well. We left it on a little bit longer, that's why we've got a little bit more intensity. But another really amazing and surprising way that I've discovered that I can use the lip mask is actually as a blush, and I call this wonder painting. So I like to do all of my colour underneath the skin and then apply something really light on top. Again, perfect for the season. What I like to do is just use a palette really, instead of the back of your hand. And another great discovery is you can apply it with makeup brushes, but it doesn't stain your brushes. It washes out super easily.
Yeah.
So this is the ultimate trust the process, because all of a sudden you're like, okay, I've got a blue cheek. However, what you'll see is I leave it again for about 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and then when you wipe this away, you're just left with the most beautiful, like transparent, cheap blush. And this is why I really like to use a brush for this, guys, because you can get that diffused edge. You know, again, holiday, vacation mode, you know, you want your skin to be bronze, beautiful, transparent, lightweight, sweat resistant, heat resistant, all of those good things, but you also want it to stay put. And I just love how you're getting that gorgeous rosy glow, and it just literally looks like it's in the skin.
And how long would that stay on for?
This is going to stay all day. This is going to literally stay all day, yeah, and it's so pretty. The synthetic brush, I think that's definitely the way forward. Something just to control it. And once you've let that stain for about 20 seconds, let's wipe it off and see what happens. So this would be my first step, really. You can lightly moisturize, as long as there's nothing too heavy underneath the product. It really needs to touch the skin. So once we've got this as our base, then you can apply your product over the top of it. So that's why I call it wonder painting, because you can apply, it's that kind of same principle of applying your contour or your blush underneath. Same with the Wonderskin products. Yeah, I always like to push the products to the next level and see what else do they do. You know, we've got a staining product, what else does it do? But it's just so transparent, gorgeous. So with that, what I can do then is just take something like, you know, a really sheer summer foundation and pop that over the top. And it really is about that blush that's sitting underneath anything else you apply on top of it. So again, you're going to have all of that long wear goodness, and it really feels like the most natural flush. And then I just love it underneath something like that with a little bit of sheer foundation on the top of it. So gorgeous, and it's going to last. Beautiful. So that's it used as a blush. So okay, so now I'm thinking, what else can we do with the lip mask? And because we're in full summer mode when it comes to the makeup bag, I'm thinking let's do some freckles. So there's a shade called Lovely, which is a beautiful kind of like peachy, browny peach tone. This is amazing for doing little faux freckles as well. So I've tried a few different ways to do this. And what I like the most is using it directly from the applicator. So I'm going to use it again. Really lightly, just press on, just where you might want a few little freckles. So having played with this technique for a little while now, it's definitely better if you load up the product slightly more than you think you need to, just to let it take. The reason I chose the shade Lovely is, if you guys want to come have a close-up look in a sec, just get that beautiful little kind of tea-stained freckle, super transparent, really lightweight, and it just sits right in the skin. You can see just like a few little, it's so cute. I mean, they're so realistic looking again. Sun-kissed, the cheek is giving everything, that kind of glowy texture, and the lip. And actually one of my favourite ways to finish the cheeks is with the moisturiser, the serum, the All Day Glow. We won't go too much into the skincare today, but the skincare is phenomenal. The eye cream is the silkiest eye cream pretty much I've ever tried, but this All Day Glow is a beautiful way to glaze the cheek if you want to finish. Brush, I'll use this one.
Do you always apply with the brush, like not your fingers?
With the stain, I do, because otherwise you stain fingers. I mean, you can always use the remover, but I just think it gives me a little bit more control. Right. You know, that kind of soft, fluffy brush, it does really help me just to place the product exactly where I want it. And then if we're talking about glazing, which has been such a trend you know, for the last few seasons, that glazed skin effect, just using the serum on top. I think it just finishes it off really, really well. And again, because nothing's going to move underneath this, you know, I think one of the main things about having a glossy eye or a glossy cheek was, okay, so everything's going to shift. As soon as I apply a gloss on top of it, it's going to eat everything up that I've used, and it's not going to stay put. But because it's a stain, you know, everything's going to stay, so you'll be able to keep that super glossy, super hydrated finish. And you just get that, again, I just think it's a modern way to wear skin. Shall we get into some brow and to some eye then?
Yeah.
So let's start with the Wonder Blading Brow Stain and Go. So this, I actually did this myself this morning with the brunette shade, and I'm about to do it on Alex as well. But let's start with Katie. So Katie has, I mean, she's blessed in the brow department. She has beautiful, full, healthy looking brows. This will be more of an enhancement to her brow shade. So with this, the Wonder Blading Brow, it will lightly stain the skin a little bit. So if you want to correct and give your brows a shape, this is going to help to do that. But it also tints the hair, which is a great way just to, you know, if you have like a little sparseness, or if you want to just full in, or if you just want a full brow for a day and you just want to try it on. So with Kate, I'm using the blonde shade. So I really like the little brush that comes with this. It helps me to get a nice precise shape. So I'm just going to comb this through. The formula is really easy to paint. It is a liquid, like a liquid gel, so it doesn't run. Like, I can really get a precise shape with it. So again, you might want to do a full brow if you just want a little bit more drama, or you might just have a stubborn patch of hair or a little scar in the brow that you just want to fill in. You can do that with it too. So the same principle applies really. I like to leave this on for maybe a little bit longer, 45 seconds or so. What I like to do with this as well, just keep more of a definite outer edge and arch of the brow, and then I'll use a slightly different application technique on the inner, and I just like to flick it through just so you get that softness, almost creating a bit of an ombre. Again, if you want a little bit more drama, you can mix the shades, so perhaps you want a little bit more definition in your arch, you can go in with a deeper shade just to give you a little bit more lift there, so you can completely custom apply your brow. I just like how easy they are to remove as well, you know, it's just, you paint it on and you swipe it off and you're left with just the right amount of tint. But it's just tinted the skin ever so slightly, but also just deepen that brow hair.
So could you go swimming with that on?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lip stain, eyeliner, brow stain, you can go swimming. Yeah. You don't have powder.
It's like that powder brow, you know, that very transparent, slight tint of colour. So it has just actually given Katie a little bit of shape to the brow as well, but again, just tinted the brow. So for me, it's like a win-win really. It's like that invisible, super youthful, natural way to do your brows. I mean, you do have gorgeous brows.
Thank you.
So let's get into the eyeliner. So again, when it comes to eyeliner, I like something that's like a soft gel, long wearing, something that's really, really easy to smudge. I just love a brown eyeliner. I don't know if anybody else in the room, like brown is my absolute go-to before black. Yeah. What is that? It's just softer, isn't it? Yeah. Really amazing if you want to do your upper tight line as well with these, because it stays without transferring on the lower. So just looking down for me a second. So this shade is Gold Mocha. So I'm just going to start by tight lining Katie's eyelash line a little bit. And this is when I know I have a really great eyeliner. If it doesn't transfer, because sometimes you just want a gorgeous thick upper lash line in black or brown, and if it transfers on there, it drives me mad. So I'm going to start by just doing a little bit of tight lining all the way along. Super creamy, really easy to blend. Just going to use a little smudging brush. Okay, all the way along. This brown is a winner for me. This is the one. Soft little shimmer through it. Little coffee tone. Gorge, another little thing. Little smudge. Super easy to blend. I love how creamy they are.
They're super creamy, easy to apply, but then after a minute they set and then they don't move.
Gorge. Let me see. So in the class today, I wanted to kind of split this class up into two really. I wanted to show you my kind of tips and tricks with the product and how to flex them, how to use them in different ways. So how to use them for freckles, for blush, for lining the lip, for blushing the lip, for all of those things that are, it's kind of like that one done, undone makeup that is barely there, super transparent, long wearing, for that uber fresh face when you just want to wear tints and hints instead of doing like a full face of glam. In the second session, we're going to go a little bit heavier on the glam. We're going to be talking about that kind of classic way to wear your WONDERSKIN lip, where we do a full bold colour, and we're just going to go a little bit more kind of like deep and rich. So switching up shades, just make sure that you blow off any kind of residue and that you've got a nice, smooth starting point for your lip. Yes, please. Okay, the Ultimate Red Fire Kiss, a real vivid, bold red. And again, if I'm doing a bold lip on my clients, then this is the colour I'll go for because it's just such a true blue red. And with this one, a little bit, Katie. I'm going to apply a little bit heavier just so you can see how much intensity you can get. Straight from the applicator, but then I'll use my lip brush as well, just to give a little bit more shape. So with a red, you know, you can switch out to a brush just to get that shape perfect if you like. Okay, so while this lip is taking, because I want to leave this for the full intensity, I'm going to jump in and use the mascara. So, I mean, you had me at mascara wand, if I'm honest. Like, I love that shape of wand, something that I can get really snug into the lash line with. So let's use the mascara. It's got a bit of flex to it as well, the wand, so it does actually move and mold to the lashes. I always end up doing mascara from behind, which is kind of, I guess, from years of doing this kind of thing, just giving you a better way to see. But I like with the tip of the wand as well, you've got those little teeth that you can really push and separate the lashes. Oof, okay. Such a great shade. And sheer, that's what I love about it. You're getting all of that pigment, but it's it's transparent looking.
It's quite nice having a top.
Yeah, blue and red.
Gorge. The base, you know, even if you wanted to put your lip on top of that, you've always got something really like a long wear underneath. But on its own, I just think it looks like it's like a fresh way to wear a bold lip. Yeah. The texture, super close up, so transparent, so lightweight. And we were talking earlier about what it does to the lip, so it doesn't take anything away from the lip, it doesn't take any of the moisture out of it, right? It's got like humectants in it, so it protects them, if anything. Yeah. Let me see, Katie. Gorgeous. I've just topped up one of the holographic glosses as well, which is a really great way just to shift the colour. It's got like a little bit of a blue reflex in it, so you just get that little play on light. Perfect for Glastonbury.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
And so that's it, guys. That's my journey with WONDERSKIN and all of the ways I've used to discover. So I'm sure there'll be more ways that I play with it over the next few months and discover more. But yeah, I'm just loving how sheer it is. Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you, God. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you, love.